Welcome back to the Gary Goff Show here on WTTF, Cool FM 93.3 and at WTTF.com. Today's program is brought to you by State Farm Insurance Ed Lape's office, Steyer Seeds, Tiffin Ace Hardware, the Animal Hospital of Tiffin, CF Professionals Incorporated, Gary Gruse's office, the Ohio Mutual Insurance Group, Jim Kennedy's office. Hey, this week, Coach, I got through that.
You did. I was just thinking the same thing. He's getting better.
The Ace Hardware and Animal Hospital. For some reason, I want to combine those two. But last week, Coach, as we look at the GLIAC, the crazy Findlay with a 1-point double overtime victory. Our game went in double overtime. Ferris State and Saginaw Valley went in overtime. So a very competitive week, which was the week that was last week. Yeah, most definitely.
I mean, from top to bottom, obviously a very competitive conference. I was told today, some of our teams in our conference are looking for games, and some of the other coaches for next year. And nobody can find any games.
Yeah,
nobody wants to schedule somebody from the GLIAC. So that's kind of funny, but it speaks volumes of our conference.
Absolutely. Hillsdale, another victory over Northern Michigan, who seems to be struggling a little bit this year.
Yeah.
And then Grand Valley, that defense almost caught up with them again. They went and got that win at Michigan Tech, 51-43.
Yeah, close game. And I tell you what, Grand Valley got out to a quick lead in that. I saw the score on our way back, and I think they were up something, 40-20 or something. So I don't know what happened, but Michigan Tech got back in that ball game fast and was only lost by 8 points.
Well, Grand Valley's sophomore quarterback, Isaiah Grimes, who we saw his first action of the is probably not his first action of the year, but his first extended action of the year against us. He came into this game, got the Offensive Player of the Week, 17-27 for, he led the team to 636 total yards. He was, so far for the season, he's 41-72, 870 yards and 9 touchdowns. Not bad for the backup quarterback.
I tell you what, as long as you can keep throwing it to their receiver, I think you're fine.
Yeah, give us Johnson all day.
But that kid right there, boy, 6'6", 240, he came into our game. What a big guy, and to have a receiver, that kind of weapon, that's that helps.
Well, Malone's backup quarterback this last week was a pretty big guy too.
He was
6'6" and 230, 240 pounds.
Most definitely.
Let's see, also Ashland, big, 68 points on the board as they beat up on Lake Erie. Ashland's got a good football team this year.
They got it going. They do. I don't know what they'll be ranked this week, but they're in the top 15, I know. And, Lee Owens, he's got them going over there.
Yeah, Ohio Dominican, an 11-point victory over Walsh, 24-13. And that's everybody's scores from this past week.
Yeah, I was a little shocked by that score right there. Ohio Dominican and Walsh being that close. I mean, Ohio Dominican's got a good football program, too. And
Absolutely.
So.
This week coming up, as we said, our game is a 12 noon kickoff. It'll be our earliest start time of the season this year, as we are over at Findlay at 12 noon. Saginaw Valley is at Northwood at noon, as well as Hillsdale at Wayne State. That's a nice matchup there.
That will be.
And then 1 o'clock games is Michigan Tech at Northern Michigan, Ashland and Ohio Dominican, another real nice matchup there as well. And then the night games, Malone at Wash, Ferris State at Grand Valley State, and then Lake Erie at Notre Dame. All those games are either 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock starts. Then the Defensive Player of the Week was from Malone that we played last week, and that was Logan Francis, defensive back, had a nice game against the kids.
He did. He made a really nice, pretty much over-the-back interception there that stopped one of our drives. Really good play on his part.
Well, the final thing here, Coach, is I was leaving Canton Fawcett Stadium. A couple group of parents flagged me down and was like, hey, we watched your Coach Gary Goff show on YouTube every week, and we got to tell you how much we really enjoy that. And that was Dustin Craig and Joe Collard's parents. And then they told me they used to wrestle all the time in high school.
I did not know that.
No, neither did I. And I was like, well, I have to know who had the upper hand. They were even.
Even?
Yeah, so those parents had those nice words. Thank you so much.
I'm glad, and Dustin Craig, both of them, Dustin and Joe, both have had a great season so far. Dustin being our leader on the offensive side and Joe being on the defensive side. But, Dustin just told me yesterday, too, he goes, Coach, you never mentioned me on your show. And I was like, you know what, Dustin, you're right. We need to talk about the offensive lineman more. You guys never get the glory. So I'm glad we're ending the show talking about Dustin Craig. But what a great young man, and the same thing as Joe and his family.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching the program. Tell your friends and family we'll be back at it again next week. Coach, that does it for this week's show. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Russ.
Thanks to Coach Eisen for coming on the program with us as well. And that's going to do it for the Gary Goff Show this week. Once again, we were brought to you by State Farm Ed Lape's office, Steyer Seeds, Tiffin Ace Hardware, the Animal Hospital of Tiffin, CF Professionals Incorporated, Gary Gruse's office, and the Ohio Mutual Insurance Group, Jim Kennedy's office. Tune in this Saturday at pregame 11:30, kickoff at 12 noon on our sister station, Coast Country 100.9 WMJK, for Tiffin University Dragon football. For Coach Gary Goff, for Coach Josh Eisen, I'm Russ Snyder saying thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. This has been the Gary Goff Show. Thank you.